Okay, so 25 things I learned before 25. Number one, if you don't love yourself, nobody will. Okay? What that means to me doesn't just mean like relationships. To me, I feel like that means like anything, like on some spiritual stuff. Okay? When you truly love yourself, it makes you a magnet for blessings and opportunities and abundance. It's kind of like whatever you think about yourself, that's what others are going to think about you essentially. Like when you move confident and you're standing in your goddess energy, your divine energy, you're moving the way God sees you, other people are going to see you like that. Now, that doesn't mean that people won't be jealous. It doesn't mean people won't be envious. It doesn't mean that people won't have things to say. It doesn't mean that people are going to try to be delusional and pretend that you aren't who you say that you are. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you're a magnet for that. Like your energy is going to speak for itself. So who you are on the inside, how you feel about yourself on the inside, that's going to reflect on your outer self. So if you love yourself, you're going to attract other people that love you as well. You're going to attract people to you like moths to a flame, okay? Good and bad people. So it's important to love you, okay? Love yourself or nobody will, okay? Period. All right, so number two, stability is more important than materials. All that stuff that you want will be there later, and by the time you have money to buy it, you probably won't want it anymore, okay? I'm a Taurus, and if you know anything about Taurus, especially Taurus women, we like to spend money, okay? We like to get money, we like to spend money, we love to spoil ourselves and be spoiled and spoil our loved ones. Like, Taurus is the money sign, okay? So, with that being said, I I have a little bit of a spending problem, and I was the type of person who like in the past I would just get money, but I would be spending it as fast as I got it, okay? And I wasn't really saving like I was supposed to, nor was I investing my money. So, with that being said, materials don't matter. Like, yeah, you want to treat yourself, you want to spoil yourself, but being stable is more important. And you don't want to be one of those people who has all this designer, all this fancy stuff, but you don't have nothing to show for it. You don't have no savings account, your credit is not where it's supposed to be. You're behind on your car payments, been there, done that, you're getting evicted from your home, like anything. Like you don't want to be one of those people who like you're stressing about bills and finances, but you have all this stuff. And it's like the most important thing, of course, is your bills, okay? You need to keep your bills paid before you go out here and get all this extra stuff because again, like there's so many things that I wanted, but by the time I was able to really afford it, I didn't even want it anymore. Okay? So a lot of times we'll just like dream up this life and this all these things we want, and then it's time to spin it and it's like it wasn't really that serious. It was more fun dreaming about it than it was actually getting it. Not to say that you can't have things or you won't accumulate things. It just means that make sure you handle your business first, okay? I feel like that's a very tough lesson that a lot of us have to learn, and hopefully you learn it before 25 because I feel like by the time you turn 25 you need to have your ish together, okay? You need to be getting to that point, all right? You need to be working towards that. It doesn't matter if you are between jobs or you don't have a car yet, work towards that, but don't be out here buying a bunch of stuff that you don't need. Like, don't spend your money on stupid stuff and you behind on your bills, okay? That's stupid, okay? I had to learn that lesson a couple times. I'm not ashamed to say that, but I learned a lot. And yeah, stability over materials, okay? Period. So, number three, keep it right, keep it tight. Make self care a priority, develop a skincare routine and exercise regularly, and keep up with your oral hygiene and all your other hygiene, okay? So, this is important also because I feel like by the time you turn 25, you're in your middle 20s, you can't eat the way you used to be able to eat, and you really need to make exercise a priority because you're getting older, you're getting up in your 30s, you need to be stretching, you need to be moving your body, you need to do some type of physical activity, and you need to put better things in your body. So don't eat a bunch of sugar all the time. Try to go vegan every once in a while, or if you're already vegan, good for you. Try to do vegetarian diets, try to cut out meat sometimes, or eat stuff that's high protein, low carb. Like really try to focus. And it's not that you have to diet. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy things that you like. It just means, okay, I'm getting up there in age, okay? 25 is still young, but you want to start now. Let me start now exercising, going for walks or doing Pilates or doing yoga or whatever it is that's going to keep it right, keep it tight, okay? Also, of course, you want to make self-care a priority. That's duh. Make self-care a priority. Make sure you have a skincare routine. Yes, you need that skincare routine, morning routine and night routine. Get you some face masks, keep up with your feet, take care of your feet, get your feet scrubbed. Like, just really make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're actually pouring into yourself and keeping yourself together. I feel like that's very self-explanatory, so there's not much to say about that. Keep it right, keep it tight. Do what's best for you, do what's in your budget. But once you hit about 25, honey, stretch and get a skincare routine, okay? And eat right. All right, so number 4, being boy crazy isn't cute. Don't make boys your focus. Focus on yourself and the boys will come naturally, okay? So I said boys, but obviously men, unless you're younger and you date boys, okay? So, of course, when you're a young girl, you hit a certain age in like high school, and I feel like even up until like 19, 20, you can be a little boy crazy and you're not going to make the right decisions, okay? When you hit a certain age, when you're getting up there and you're becoming a grown woman, things like that don't impress you anymore. And you're not looking for little boys, you're looking for a grown man, but also it's kind of like you're not looking for one. You kind of get into a stage, or at least I got into a stage where I'm more focused on me, my bag, my priorities. And I feel like I'm a divine feminine, I'm a goddess. I don't chase, I attract. So I pour into me and I love on me and I focus on God and I build that foundation, that relationship with God, and become the woman that God sees me as, and he will bring me the right person. He will bring me the husband of my dreams, okay? Like, I don't make men, boys, whatever you want to call it, a priority anymore. I make myself a priority, and I feel like women and girls who make boys or men a priority, that's like little girl stuff. Like, you got to grow out of that at some point and you got to be on your grown woman, okay? Be a grown woman. Focus on you. All right. And it's not saying that you can't have sex. It's not saying that you can't do whatever. I just feel like you got to be more intentional about it and you got to be smarter and be wiser with your coochie. Okay. Like, be wiser. Make smarter decisions with your cooch. Okay. Don't just, oh, he's cute or he got money and you just like, oh, yeah, that's my man. It's like, no, you need to check off hella more boxes than being cute and having money. Like, you need to be doing background checks on these men or women, whatever you date. You need to be doing background checks. You need to be meeting the family. You need to be meeting his friend group. Like, you need to be seeing who he is, who he's around. Like, get on his social media, look at his stuff. Like, you never really know somebody. Don't just, oh, you meet somebody and you hung up with him a couple of times. He took you on some dates. He spent some bread on you. Now you hopping into bed with him because you in love. Like, I get it. It's lover girls and lover boys. Like, I understand that energy, but at some point you gotta grow up and you gotta date with intention and you gotta be smarter, okay? So date smarter, but also pour into you, focus on you. Do not chase men, don't chase boys. That's not cute. Chase your purpose, chase yourself, chase your relationship with God, chase that woman of your dreams, okay? And I promise you, God is gonna send you the husband or the man of your dreams. All right, period. So number 5, you are what you eat. Put good food in your body. I just said that for number 3. Once you get to a certain age, you can't be eating hot Cheetos and Takis. You got to start eating fruits and vegetables. I've always been somebody, I've always ate fruits and vegetables and I ate pretty good. But obviously when you're younger, like when I was in high school, I was eating fast food all the time. I'm getting up there in age. I'm 25 now, okay? I'm a grown woman. Okay, I can't be eating fast food. I don't even really like fast food. I really don't like spending my money on it like I used to. I'd rather spend my money on something. Like, if I'm gonna spend $20 on some food, like, which I feel like is a lot, I'm not gonna spend it at a fast food place. Like, I'm gonna go get something good, all right? I'm gonna go to like Jason's Deli and go to the salad bar or get one of their pasta dishes, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go spend any type of money on food. I want it to be good food. All right. Only time I'm getting fast food is if I'm starving and I'm in a rush, I'm in a car and I just gotta get it. But I'm not just intentionally going out here and getting fast food anymore. I feel like that's pointless. It's not good for you. Go to the grocery store, eat at home, keep you some snacks in your purse, keep you some snacks in your car. Eat better, okay? Research better foods. There's a lot of foods and snacks that we eat that they have better, healthier options for that taste just as good, if not better. So yeah, put better stuff in your body. It's time, all right? And learn how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, learn how to cook, all right? Number 6, don't make announcements, pop out with results. When I was coming up, I always wanted to announce things. I always wanted to say like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this," because I wanted people to know, like, it almost like, I guess, like in a competitive way. But now that I'm older, I feel like silence is your superpower. Be silent. You don't need to tell anybody what you're doing. Pop out and just get it done. All right. Like when I first started my main YouTube channel, The Spiritual Baddie, most of y'all are already subscribed, but if you're not, check the description box and go subscribe to my spiritual channel if you were into that. When I first started that channel, nobody knew. I didn't tell a soul. I didn't post about it on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, nothing. I just made the YouTube channel, posted, and God did the rest. I literally just started this year incorporating my YouTube channel with my other social media platforms. And that's just a small example. But I also just released a book. I didn't tell anybody I was writing a book. I didn't tell a soul. That was between me and God. I didn't even tell anybody in my family. I just, once the book was done, once the publisher was done with everything, everything was done. The what's it called? The invoices were paid. I just, boom, all right, y'all, I got a book coming out next month, and I started promoting it then. Like, move in silence. Just, you don't need to prove a point to nobody. All right, move in silence. Number 7, when people show you who you are the first time, listen. Okay, I got a big heart, and I see the good in people, and I like that about me because I feel like you should give people grace, because I would like for people to give me grace. But at the same time, if you are going to keep certain people in your life because you're unsure of their motives, you still need to be paying attention to the person that they showed you, the person they revealed to you during whatever situation that you went through, okay? Because it's kind of like keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Now, depending on what they do, now if they do something big and just like terrible, like it's something that you cannot come back from, if you feel like they can't come back from it, obviously cut that person off. But if it's like they're moving kind of funny, just watch, just observe, just sit back and let everything play out and see what happens. But be careful. It is dangerous to have people around you who do not mean you any good, but that's where God's protection comes in, so you don't have to worry about that. But at the same time, like in my life, I have had people, and still do, that have done things, but it's like I have no choice but to be around them, kind of like maybe family. I'm gonna observe you, and I'm gonna learn how to move with you. You're not a threat to my life. I'm cool on you. Like, I may be around you. We may have to be around each other at a family function or whatever the case may be. It could even be somebody that you work with, like a coworker. Don't let somebody stop your bag. Don't let anybody stop your happiness. Keep going to work. Don't worry about that person. Keep going to go see your family. Don't let them keep you from spending time and creating those relationships, but watch them and pay attention to them and know how to move with them. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that goes into number 8. Give yourself and others grace. Know who to give grace to and know who basically you can tell kiss your ass. Okay, you gotta know. You gotta know. I feel like that's self-explanatory. And on my spiritual journey, I went from stages of like, oh, everybody can kiss my ass, to okay, I'm gonna give you some grace. I understand you now. I see you now. I understand why you move the way you do. I can only mess with you a certain way, but I'm not mad at you because you're a human being and you have feelings and emotions, and we're not perfect, okay? So number 7 and 8, it's kind of like you got to find your balance, and you got to know, like I said, you got to know who to give the grace to. And you can give the grace to everybody, okay? But that doesn't mean you got to be cool with everybody. Number 10, do not lose yourself to motherhood, okay? And I wrote, you were Cydney before you were mommy, okay? So I'm a mother, and I don't feel like I ever truly lost myself to motherhood, but I feel like I've had my moments where after I had my daughter, I kind of lost my identity and my sense of self, and I didn't know how I wanted to dress anymore. How do I act anymore? Like, I'm a mother now. Like, they portray mothers on TVs to be a certain way, and it's like, and I became a mother at 20. Okay, I got pregnant at 19 and gave birth to her at 20. Um, I didn't know how to, who was I supposed to be now? Was I supposed to change every single thing about myself? No, like motherhood. is something that a lot of women get lost in, and that's why a lot of people, they don't have great relationships with their mothers. Being a mother can drive you crazy. It messes up your nervous system, like your brain, like makeup and chemistry completely changes. Like you don't think the same. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot to carry a child and give birth to a child and raise a child. Like that's a lot. If you're a mother, I commend you. You're doing an amazing job if nobody told you. But don't forget about you. Don't forget about who you were before you became a mother. And if you get lost in motherhood, I feel like you'll end up resenting it. Like a lot of us were raised by mothers who resented motherhood because we were sold this lie that motherhood was just some amazing thing that you did and you just bake cookies and pick the kids up from school and all that cute stuff. There's nothing cute about it, okay? It's nothing cute about it. It's hard work. I love being a mother. I feel like I was made to be a mother. It does have its challenges, of course, just like anything in life, but motherhood is not for everyone. And I feel like a lot of women and girls even are understanding like, oh, I was sold a lie. I didn't really want to be a mother, but I am one and now I gotta be one for the next 18 years and they regret it. I don't have any regrets personally, but I know a lot of women do. So if you're not a mother yet, I want to tell you that you don't have to be a mother. It does not make you less of a woman. It doesn't make you like a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're not contributing to society. You do not have to bring a life into this world, okay? And if you are going to do it, please, please, please take your time, ask questions, study. And yes, doing all those things will not prepare you at all. Okay, I'm gonna just be real. It doesn't matter how much studying that you do, how many classes that you take, how much advice that you get, nothing will prepare you for being a mother, okay? Absolutely nothing. Because you don't know what type of child you're gonna get. You don't know how your partner is going to turn out once you have that baby. Some of us get lucky, some of us don't. Like anything can happen. You don't know how you're going to change when you have that baby, okay? So many things go into it. So I hear a lot of girls say like, I'm not having a baby till I got a ring, I got a house, and I got a husband who's going to provide for me and I'm married. That's good, which I think is a great thing because it's breaking generational curses of all these children that are made out of wedlock and are made into families, like separate families. I think that's good, but that's not everything, sister. That's not everything. Because there's a lot of mothers who are married single mothers, and when they first met their boyfriend or their fiance, everything was great. They just knew he would be the perfect dad, but as soon as they got married, as soon as she got pregnant, everything changed, okay? So it's not just black and white. There's a lot of gray area there. There is no it's no possible way to have the perfect situation, period. Okay, all I'm gonna tell you is, mommies, don't lose yourself to motherhood. Get you a hobby, focus on your self-care still. Like, go out, save your money for a babysitter, sis. Like, you got to do things to make sure that you focus on your mental health and your self-care. And you got to put yourself first as a mother so you can be a good mother. If you don't put yourself first, you're gonna affect your children a lot. I actually heard a quote, I think a man actually said it. A child's quality of life is directly affected by the mother's happiness. So if the mom is unhappy, the child is going to be affected by her unhappiness. You gotta put yourself first. I don't care if you're a single mom. I don't care if you're co-parenting. I don't care if you're a single married mom. I don't care if you're married and have the best husband in the world, best boyfriend in the world, best fiance in the world. None of that matters. Only thing that matters, if you want to make sure that you are a good mother, is that you pour into you, focus on your mental health, and put yourself first. Go shopping, get your nails done, whatever you can do to make yourself feel good. Eat good, exercise whenever you can. I know it's not always easy, but just whenever you can, make sure that you're putting yourself first and pouring into you, because no one else is going to do it for you. Mothers always got to put ourselves first because everyone else is probably going to put us last. All right? And nothing about your situation makes you a bad mother. I don't care if you're a single mom. There are single mothers who are better mothers than married mothers, okay? None of that matters. Only thing that matters is that you're able to give your child stability, like a nice quality of life. They don't need the best Nikes and the best Jordans. They just need to have the basics. Make sure that your child can have everything that they need, but also have a good mommy, okay? So don't lose yourself to motherhood, period. All right, so next thing is, don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Stay focused on your own path, know your place, and run your race. Okay. I feel like that's great advice. I live in Atlanta. This is keeping up with the Joneses city. Everyone here is, not everyone, but a lot of people here are going broke and going into debt, trying to keep up with other broke people who are also in debt, who are flexing and flogging for Instagram. Okay. Do not be one of those people, because it's stupid. It's not worth it. All that stuff will be there later, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, that stuff does not matter. Get your business in order first. Get your investments in order. Get your stability in order. Get your bills in order. Get yourself in order. Then go buy that stuff, okay? You want to make sure that you can put on your Chanel sneakers while you're walking through your house that's paid off, or where your rent is paid up, or you want to be putting on your Dolce Gabbana heels walking to your car that you're not past due on payments, and you're or it's paid off or whatever. Like, you want to make sure that you are stable. You want to make sure that you have something to show for it. You want to make sure you're building that generational wealth. Like, whatever you got to do, investments, investment properties, businesses, whatever you got to do to make sure that you are bringing in multiple streams of income, but you're also stable. Do that first, then go get the rest of that stuff, because your taste is probably going to change over the time. And I feel like the wealthiest people, they don't flex that much. Okay, so that's self-explanatory. Number 12, abstaining from sex will save your life. Okay, I feel like that's also self-explanatory. Abstain. Okay, go on your journey where you don't have sex for 3 months, 6 months, a year. It will literally change your brain chemistry. It'll change your type. It'll change your standards. It'll change everything for you. If you can, if you're religious or spiritual or whatever, you don't have to be any of those things. If you can abstain yourself for your divine partner, do that, because honestly, it's not worth it. There's so many STDs going around. Like, girl, go get you some sex toys and call it a day. And I know a sex toy cannot cuddle you at night, but it's better than walking around here with HIV, HPV, herpes, all this stuff that's going around. Like, just be smart, okay? Be smart. If you're gonna have sex, be smart. I don't need to tell you how to be smart. Use your common sense. Use protection. Don't get pregnant. Don't get an STD or STI. But if you can at all, please just don't do it. Okay? Just don't do it until you're in a nice, happy, committed relationship. I feel like single people really need to learn how to abstain and just get you a sex toy. They got, even if you're a man, they got sex toys for men. No one's saying that you can't get one off. We're just saying be careful. Okay? Number 13, love yourself naturally the way God made you. Okay. And again, I just want to clarify that these are things I learned. Okay. These are 25 things I learned before 25, and I wanted to share them with y'all. You do not have to take my advice. Okay. So, loving yourself the way God made you naturally. Yes, I have on makeup. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, do you love yourself when you don't have on makeup? When you wipe all this stuff off your face and you look in the mirror, do you see beauty? Do you see somebody that you love? Or do you hate that person in the mirror who doesn't have makeup? No one's saying that you can't wear makeup. No one's saying that you can't wear wigs and hair extensions and any of that stuff. Just love the person that you see in the mirror first, because if you don't, when you get the hair, the lashes, the makeup, and the surgery, it's not gonna be enough. You're still not gonna feel beautiful. You're still gonna feel like, oh, I need to get one more surgery. I need to get this. I need to get that. And it's never going to stop. And you see people, you see them who are addicted to surgery, and 9 times out of 10, they're getting more than 2 surgeries, more than 3, 4, 5. They just keep going back to get surgery on these little things because they did not love the person in the mirror before they got that. Okay. So with that being said, I know surgery is very trendy right now. It's something everybody's doing, but trends die. And if you are under, this is my personal opinion, okay? This is my personal opinion. If you are under 35, you do not need to be getting major surgery. Like, these are major surgeries that are life threatening. And these girls who are getting these BBLs are not telling y'all you can die from getting this stuff, okay? This is not to scare anybody. This is just the facts. There are so many women who have died from getting surgery. I remember being on Instagram and this Spanish woman was literally bawling her eyes out, crying, running around this doctor's office because they just came and told her that her mother died from a BBL, and she was the gut wrenching pain and scream coming from that lady's voice changed my life. Because when I was like 21, I just knew I was gonna get my breasts done and I was gonna get a BBL and all this other stuff. And when I seen that video, I felt like that was God telling me, no, you don't. First of all, you don't need any of that stuff. Natural bodies are the best, okay? And it's not a competition. It's not it's not a competition. It's just I'm not gonna tell these young girls, oh yeah, BBL bodies are better. I'm gonna tell you, no, your natural body is better, okay? You way God made you naturally is better. If you want to go to the gym, you can do that. Do yoga, do Pilates, try something else first before you just spend all this money and like potentially risk your life. Okay, so try to love the skin that you're in. Even if you don't get surgery and you wear makeup, please make sure that you love that person naturally. I'm talking about fresh out the shower, no wig on, butt naked, get in the mirror. Do you love that person? And if you don't, keep every day getting in the mirror, looking at that person until you love that person, because it will change your life. Okay, take it from me. All right. But you can still beat your face. There's nothing wrong with that. Still wear your wigs, still do all of that. But love yourself no matter what, okay? Number 15, oh, excuse me, number 14, know who you are so no one can tell you who you are, okay? When I went on my spiritual journey, I feel like that was a journey of me discovering who I am authentically and at my core, and not who I pretended to be or not who the world told me to be. Just really, truly raw me. Like I learned who Cydney really was, like the raw version of me. I sat with myself. God put me through a season of isolation, and I sat with myself and I discovered all the dark, nasty parts of myself, the things I kept deep and hidden within me, and all the beautiful, loving, amazing things about myself. And through that journey is why I learned to love myself the way I do. And in turn also helped me love other people more, but it also helped me know who I am. So when people be running their mouths, they be trying to tell me who I am, I don't listen, I don't care, because they don't know me. I know me more than anybody, okay? I know me for real, for real. So no one can tell me who I am. And even if you try to, you'll look like a fool, okay? So know who you are so no one can tell you who you are, and that's all that matters, all right? Somebody come to you and say that you're unintelligent, but you know you're smart, laugh like, okay, okay, crazy, whatever. Somebody come to you, tell you that you ugly, but you know you look good, they're projecting. They think they're ugly on it. They think they're ugly, so they want you to feel ugly. Like, girl, I look good. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's what I mean. Know who you are, because people are gonna talk about you to the day you die. Number 15, use your voice. You never know whose life you may be saving. If God calls you to speak, speak. Okay? That's a big one for me because that was part of the reason why I started my channel. I've always been someone who wanted to give advice amongst my friend groups and my family. I used to make like little Snapchat videos just talking regular and motivating people. And I was like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I feel like God was really telling me that my voice is something important. So that's what made me start my spiritual baddie channel. And I did, and I ended up helping people. I ended up helping a lot of people. And if you feel like you're called to do the same thing or use your voice in any type of way, whether it's writing, poetry, um, it could even be screenplays, singing, doing YouTube videos like this, like creating content, whatever it is. If God is calling you to use your voice, you use it. Going to talk at these schools or going to talk in church, it doesn't really matter. You could meet somebody on the street and God could be calling you to speak to that person. That person, speak, okay? Because that is God telling you something. So I learned to use my voice and not be silent because I could help somebody. All right, number 16, chase your purpose. Money and fulfillment will follow, and so will freedom. So it kind of goes back to what I said before about how I used to be like a go getter, a money chaser, a hustler. And I realized it was getting me money, but it wasn't fulfilling me, and it wasn't like really truly getting me anywhere. And once I got to the point where I discovered my purpose and chased my purpose, that's when more abundance started to follow me. So find out what your purpose is. I can't give you the answers of how to find your purpose. I feel like your purpose kind of finds you. And mine found me in a very low season. And it was a season where it was just me and God. And that's how my purpose found me. So everyone's story is going to be different. But once you figure that out, hold on to that, have that tunnel vision, and chase that. And you will forever be fulfilled, whether you have money or not. Okay. Number 17, keep most of the things you love private. Social media ruins beautiful things and people, okay? I feel like that's pretty self explanatory. I feel like a lot of people are starting to feel like that. They want to keep the things that they love the most private and off of social media, because social media is just like it's a weird, unreal place. And if you allow it to, it can destroy you, and it can destroy the image that you have of yourself, and it can be potentially harmful to the people that you love. So be careful, be very careful, and be very intentional about what you post on social media, okay? Number 18, learn to face your demons, don't run from them, okay? A lot of people suppress and push down the skeletons in their closet and the demons that are knocking on their door. You better open that door up and be like, what's up? What's good? Okay. And deal with it, because they're not going anywhere. They're not going to stop knocking. The skeletons in your closet will start to pile up to the point where they fall out. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that everybody has a shadow side, and you need to learn how to come to terms with that shadow side and embrace it, so it no longer has any control over you, and you have control over it, and you can find your balance. Okay, I talk about that a lot on my other channel, and I also talk about it in the book I wrote, Transmute and Empower. That's very important, okay? Because I realized that I was running from my shadow self, and my shadow self just wanted to be seen and wanted to be heard. And once I took the time to hear that version of me, I basically became more in control of it, because it was controlling me for a long time, because it was just so loud and like, hello, you're not just all good. You have a shadow side. You need to address this. It comes from a real place. So once I addressed it, things got better for me mentally. Number 19, fear is just an illusion. Do everything that scares you. This is a big one for me, because I feel like I've always been a rebel, always been a risk taker, but there was a lot of things. It was kind of like I was playing it small. Like, you know, that video on TikTok that went viral and was like, you need to be thinking big. Think big, bitch. Like, that's kind of how I was going into it. Like, okay, you done did some things, you done took some risk, you done been a little rebellious, but you're still playing it safe. Like, subconsciously, I was still playing it safe. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do leaps and bounds, because I have been through so much in my life. I have been hurt so many times. I feel like I have died so many times. I feel like I've walked through hell so many times, y'all. Like, I really done been through I done been through some things, okay? And I feel like because I survived all of those things, can't nobody tell me nothing. I can't be destroyed. I can't be killed. Like, the sky is not even the limit. Like, my potential is limitless. Like, there's nothing I cannot overcome, because I've overcame every single thing that was sent to destroy me. At this point, I got 9 lives. I got 100,000 lives. I'm about to do everything. I don't care what it is. If I ever thought about doing it, I'm just gonna go out there and do it. Okay, which is part of the reason I wrote that book, because I always said I would write a book, and I did it. And it wasn't no long book. It was only like 55 pages, but it's the fact that I did it that meant the world to me, because I took a chance on myself and did something that some people are scared to do and are not confident to do. So I was like, I'm gonna write a book. And yeah, I took my time with it, and I was intentional about it, and it meant something to me. It was informative, it was important. But it wasn't about it being perfect. It wasn't about it being like the number one bestseller. It was about me. doing it. Okay, just do it. Just do it like Nike. Whatever it is that scares you, writing that song, recording that song, auditioning for that movie or that play, or asking that girl out, asking that guy out, whatever it is that scares you, and it's like, oh my god, like it scares you but in a good way, like it thrills you at the same time, makes you excited. Do it. Okay, there's nothing in this life that you cannot do. There's nothing that you cannot accomplish. God put you here for a reason, and that thing in your heart that you want to do, it's there for a reason, and it's waiting on you. Okay, you have already accomplished it. And it's not, again, it's not about being perfect, it's not about winning or losing, it's just about the journey, and it's about doing it. Okay, I'm gonna do a million things in this life. This is just one life that I'm living, but I plan on living another life later, just because I feel like it. Okay, I might turn 26 and be doing something completely different than what I'm doing now, but so what? It's my life. I'm focused on it. Anybody who has a problem is paying too much attention to me, okay? And that's what you need to be thinking. Like, this is my life. I walk in these shoes every day. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna do what makes me happy because people are gonna talk anyway. Like, forget them people. Okay, period. All right, so number 20, stop trying to save and help everyone and save yourself instead. This is a big one for my people pleasers and my Captain Save a Hoes and my people who feel like they're saviors and they feel like they Jesus. Okay, I understand your heart. I see you, but stop. God did not put you here to do that. I feel like, and I actually learned this, that you saving you and you focusing on your own journey saves a lot of other people by just being you, by just focusing on you and chasing your dreams and doing you. You will unintentionally or intentionally save others. Like, just chasing your purpose will save people. You don't have to like stop focusing on you to go run and go help all these other people. Just keep focusing on you, and God will align you with the people you're supposed to help. Okay, you don't gotta try so hard. All right, you can be a little bit selfish sometimes. It's all right. Number 21, if you have to choose between being the bigger person or stooping down to somebody's level, always be the bigger person. You look way better. Okay, this is not easy for everyone. This was a hard lesson for me to learn. I used to be a major hothead. I'm talking about go from 0 to 1,000, y'all. Like, my anger issues were crazy. But over time, I calmed down and I realized I'm the one who looked crazy. It doesn't matter if this person was wrong and I was right. If I blow up on every single person that makes me mad, it makes me look stupid. I've lost so many opportunities because of my temper and my mouth, before like 21 years old. And I just had to learn that lesson over and over again. And God was showing me, okay, you can be right. You right, Cydney, you right. But that doesn't mean that you have to act like that. That doesn't mean that you have to move like that, okay? It means that you need to have emotional intelligence, and you need to, hold on, somebody call. Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna call you right back though, because I'm recording. All right. All right. Anyway, you have to have emotional intelligence. Am I still recording? Yes. You need to have emotional intelligence, honey. Okay, emotional intelligence will save your life, and it will save your mental health and your peace. You don't have to blow up on everybody just because you're right. You may be right, but you don't need to prove that point. Time will tell that. You don't have no points to prove. Just chill, just relax. You look way better. Let these people look stupid. Like, I was in an instant, I was in I was in an incident with a family member. I'm not gonna say who the family member was, but me and this family member had been beefing for years, and it was like we never really got along. We always butted heads, and it was in the middle of me going on my spiritual awakening and my spiritual journey, and we had a family event. I went to that event. Me and the family member had just got into it, not maybe the day before, a couple days before. And when I got there, I wasn't going in there with in front of all these people and like immediately going in there and talking about the issue. I went in there with love and like, I'm gonna just play it cool. Like, I'm gonna just, we're gonna have a good time. If we need to talk, we can talk later. This family member took offense to me coming in there with love, and as soon as they saw me, immediately blew up on me, slamming stuff on the counter. And all I did was look at this person. I was like, okay, I'm leaving. And I left. And before I left, I turned around and I saw that person's face and their jaw was on the floor. Because every single time me and this person had an encounter, they would do something to me, which I felt like they were doing something to me intentionally to trigger me because they knew I was going to blow up in front of everybody and it was going to make me look bad and make them look good. And they get to play the, oh, I didn't do anything. Like, she's always blowing up. Like, it was one of those situations. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my power back. I'm not gonna blow up because I don't have a reason to. I came in here with love. You got some personal issues going on that has nothing to do with me. And I'm gonna keep it cute. That's what I did, and I left. And ever since I did that, from that day forward, our relationship completely changed, and I taught that person a lesson. So remember that in life, you don't have to blow up. You don't have to get angry. Please pick and choose your battles wisely. But honestly, if you sit pretty and just remain on your throne, like, you look way better, honey. Like, you look way better. Just keep it cute. Keep it cute. I don't have no point to prove. And honestly, I have too much to lose to go back and forth with anybody. And I'm too cute to go back and forth with anybody. So I really, really try to control my anger. Now, when it comes to my child, I have not learned emotional intelligence yet. I'm not going to lie. I done blew up on people and did some questionable things that I won't say about my child. And I'm learning not to be that person, but anything else, I don't care. I don't care. I'm on my throne. Crown secure. All right, so number 22, leveling up is the best revenge, okay? And this goes with any situation. I don't care if that man hurt your feelings or that woman hurt your feelings or that frenemy or that ex-friend was being fake. It's nothing to talk about. I'm not finna get on social media running my mouth about it. I'm not finna go back and forth, like, been there, done that. I'm just boss up. And I'm not bossing up to prove a point to you. I'm a boss up because of me. I'm a boss up and I'm gonna get better and better and better and better because I'm a transmuter. I'm an alchemist. I'm gonna take that energy that you just tried to give to me and I'm gonna allow it to propel me forward and get better. Like, I'm not gonna be sour. People want you to be sour when they think they hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be. No, I'm gonna get better. You're gonna see me get better. Okay, you're gonna have front row seat. And again, it's not about those people. It's just that's how life works. When people come at you and they try to hinder your success or they intentionally try to hurt you, God is gonna make your enemies your footstool and they're gonna get a front row seat to your success. That's just how life is. But doesn't mean I'm thinking about you. Number 23, be okay with never telling your side of the story. A big one for me also. I used to always like, I'm very big on justice and doing the right thing. And I used to always want to just like prove a point and tell people, like, no, like, this person hurt me. Like, you don't see what this person did to me. Like, huh? Like, what? I used to be that type of person. Like, no, like, I'm going to stand up for myself. Now I let God stand up for me. I let life stand up for me. I let like real life scenarios stand up for me. Like, I don't have nothing to say. You know what you did. I know what you did. God saw what you did. Life is gonna handle both of us accordingly. It's nothing else to say, you know? So that's just pretty much it. Okay? That's just pretty much it. People are going to talk about you whether you do right or wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 24. People are going to talk about you whether you do right or wrong. So do what the F you want and do what makes you happy. Okay. I kind of said this earlier. Self-explanatory. That's the advice right there. Do what you want. Do what makes you happy. People are going to always have something to say. It doesn't matter if you are Mother Teresa or you are Donald Trump. People are going to talk about you. They're going to have something to say. It's life. Just do you and be happy because these people cannot live your life for you or walk in your shoes. And if they want to spend all this time focused on you and you're focused on you, take that energy and allow it to propel you forward. So if everybody want to focus on you, hey, I don't blame them. All right, and number 25, happiness is a choice. Okay? A lot of people don't understand that, but that's real. Happiness is a choice and it goes along with emotional intelligence. It's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. You and somebody else can go through a very similar situation, but that person can take that situation and allow it to empower them, and another person may take that situation and allow it to defeat them. That's your choice. And it's not always easy because we're human and we have emotions and feelings, but it takes practice. Choose to be happy. Even if you gotta cry about it and get mad about it at first, decide after you're done crying and being mad, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna find something to be happy about. I'm gonna express gratitude. I'm gonna be grateful. I'm gonna be grateful for me and my life and the fact that I can breathe clean air. Whatever it is that you gotta find to be grateful about in the midst of whatever situation that you're going through, do it, because it'll serve you way, way greater than being defeated will. Okay? That is the end of the video. Those are my 25 things I learned before 25. I know this video was kind of long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.